Forget AI coloring books for a second. Here's a different KDP niche to try. Now, I usually show you low content books, think coloring books, log books, planners, activity books, and how you can create and sell them on Amazon KDP. But today we're stepping into something a little bit different. This niche isn't low content at all. It's actually high content. And while most publishers stick to the easy categories, this is the type of book that can actually open up a much bigger opportunity for you. And here's why this matters. If you've ever felt like KDP was too saturated or you've struggled to stand out, this niche is where things start to shift because not many publishers want to put the work here, which means if you do, the rewards can be incredible. And if you stick around until the end, I'm going to show you a way to create this type of book without needing to hire ghostwriters, spend hours researching, or stress over design. So in this video, I'll reveal exactly what this niche is, why it works, and how you can start creating your own high content book today. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, the high content niche that we're going to talk about today is this historical facts book. Now, here's an example of one of those. This one's titled Interesting Facts for Curious Kids. And this one is going to comprise of trivia, fun facts about history, inventions, science. And the reason this is not a low content book is because this type of book is comprised of many words. This book is basically question and answer. So there's a question here, the next page describes the answer, and so on and so forth. So this is actually a great way to get into the high content niche. This book has the #1 bestseller badge, and that is good for a bestsellers rank of 7,752. And from Titan's quick view, we can see 30-day royalties anywhere from $2,600 to $4,000 per month. And the 30-day sales, look at that, over 1,000 sales per month. Now, this book is priced at $14.57. And if we go to KDP's royalty calculator, let's put in all of those details. So paperback, black and white interior with white paper, trim sizes in inches, and 5.5 by 8.5 inches. The page count 225 with a list price of $14.57. So this book in the Amazon.com marketplace, the printing cost is going to be $3.70. And the estimated royalty, or basically what's left over, pure royalties that goes into the publisher's pocket, is going to be $5.04 for every book sold. So very high profit margins for this type of book, even includes the hardcover version, as well as the audiobook and the Kindle ebook version. So a lot of ways to make sales with high content books. Now here's another history fact book. This one is the big book of American facts, 1,000 interesting facts and trivia about USA. This one has a bestsellers rank of 19,570. 30-day royalties anywhere from $2,000 to upwards of $3,000 per month, and 30-day sales we can see here 360 to 540 copies per month. Now this book priced at $11.95, 156 pages. So this book is probably making around $3 to $4 in royalties. And on the interior, you can see the table of contents here. Government and crime, presidents, food and drink. And then on the first page with the government and crime, you can see all the facts right here, just listed one after the other. And then it'll get on to the next chapter of presidents and so on and so forth. Another example, this interesting facts for intelligent minds, 1,776 random but mind-blowing facts about history, science, animals, space, and everything in between. This is going to be very similar with just a bunch of facts lined up here with different subjects and different chapters. This one, 126 pages, 6 by 9 inches, and a price point of $12.99. So this book is probably experiencing about $4 in royalties. Another very similar book. This one has the #1 bestseller badge. That's good for a bestsellers rank of 16,601 and 30-day royalties between $1,700 and $2,500 per month. This book is priced at $12.99, 100 pages. So this book, the profit margins on this one is going to be pretty high up there. If we go to KDP's royalty calculator, I've gone ahead and put in all of the details here, 100 page count, $12.99 list price. And we're going to see here, estimated royalty, $5.49 on the Amazon.com marketplace. Once again, very similar type of structure as the other books that we've just seen. Just a bunch of facts here, some images, more facts, more images, so on and so forth. And one more example here. This one is called Unhinged History, the most wild and absurd and unfiltered short stories that were not taught in school. Over 88 interesting and hilarious true stories for curious kids. Now, this one has all of those book options. Kindle with the option to buy for $3.99, the audio book with membership 99 cents, hardcover version $22.99, and the paperback at $14.99. So that's 4 ways to make money right here. And the bestsellers rank 10,543. So that's good for 30-day royalties of $2,700 to $4,000 per month on just the sales right here. And that is because this book's profit margin is going to be a little bit higher than the other books. And as you're starting to see, you can price your high content books a lot different than your low content books. So you really don't have to make as many sales as you would with low content books to make this type of royalties. Now, this book is a little bit different than the previous books. Those books were more facts and facts and facts. This one is going to be more on historical stories. So if we go to the first page, as you can see, it looks more like a regular novel or a regular type of book. Here's the introduction. And then if we get to part 1, you can see just like a normal book. And this is another way of doing high content books where you could go more of the traditional route. Now, with a high content niche like this, you've got a few options. You can go the traditional route and hire a ghostwriter on a platform like Fiverr or Upwork. That way you're getting someone else to write the chapters for you. But of course that comes at a cost. And if you're brand new, it's not always the most practical. The second option is to just do it yourself. If you love writing, if you're passionate about the topic, then writing your own historical facts book could be really rewarding. The only problem is it takes a lot of time. And most of us are looking for something that can generate income without eating up our entire week, which brings me to the shortcut. And this is the option I think most of you will get the most value from. You don't need to do endless research. You don't need to pay thousands for a writer. Instead, you can use AI to help you generate the entire structure of your book, from the title, the chapters, all the way down to the content inside each one. And the best part is that you can also use AI to create your book cover, something professional, clean, and ready for Amazon. And once you've got those pieces, all you need to do is bring them together in an editor like Canva, polish up the formatting, and your high content book is ready to publish. So let me show you exactly how simple this process is. Now we're gonna keep this super simple and we're gonna use ChatGPT, and all we're actually gonna have to do is copy some simple prompts, paste them in here, hit enter, and let ChatGPT do all the work. So I have this prompt list that I found online that works very, very well. And this is what you call super prompts. And so there's only 3 steps to this. Step 1 is to choose one of the super prompts in the list below and then paste it into ChatGPT 5. It's going to instantly generate everything that we need: title, subtitle, book description, keywords, and a detailed cover prompt, as well as 20 chapter prompts. Step 2 is going to be in the same exact chat. We're going to first paste the cover prompt to generate the illustrated book cover, and then continue pasting each of the chapter prompts one by one to generate the fully written immersive chapters based on real historical events, each crafted to feel vivid, cinematic, and 100% factual. And then step 3 is probably the most manual, laborious task. It's going to be to review, organize, and format the content. We're gonna have to use a program like Canva to assemble our book. But once that's all done, we can go ahead and publish it on Amazon KDP, or you can even publish it on Etsy or your own storefront. Now for the prompt list, this is gonna be 306 prompts to choose from. And I'm just gonna start with the first one here. Now this has everything that the AI needs to create the book. If we wanna read it, generate all prompts for a nonfiction book that reveals the shocking true histories behind ordinary objects most people use daily, like tea bags, zippers, or umbrellas. Then it goes on to say some more things about the book. And then before generating any content, begin by producing a compelling book title inspired by one of the most unusual, dramatic, or surprising stories included in the book. This title should be bold and attention-grabbing. It also includes a subheading. Everything is factual, based on real events. And then it also generates a book cover 2 to 3 short paragraphs that is written for Amazon KDP. And then it also generates a list of 7 SEO friendly keywords that can be used in the backend keywords. And then it also generates a cover prompt that includes a title, subtitle, and a highly detailed visual description that can be copied and pasted directly into ChatGPT 5 to produce a full illustrated cover. And then goes on to say, create 20 chapter prompts, and then each chapter prompt must produce a full chapter of approximately 1,500 or more words, and then everything that you need in the chapter. And basically, this prompt has everything that you need to go ahead and create this book. So copy this, and we're just going to paste it into ChatGPT like this and hit send message. Now, here it is. Here's the complete framework for your nonfiction book, ready to copy and paste into ChatGPT for production. So the title, this one is called War Over a Teabag. The subtitle is done for us, The Forgotten Battles, Hidden Sabotage, and Strange Consequences Behind Everyday Inventions. And then the book description, which is just basically copy and paste into Amazon KDP. And then the SEO keywords right here can be used in the backend keywords on Amazon KDP. And then the cover prompt. So this is the prompt where we can go ahead and copy this, put it directly back into ChatGPT, and it will create us our cover. I'm going to show you that in a bit. But as you can see how intricate and detailed this cover prompt is. And it's going to include the title as well as the subtitle on the front cover. Now the chapter prompts, each prompt is ready to generate a full chapter, 1,500 plus words. Chapter 1, title, The Accidental Teabag War. Here is the prompt for it that we're just going to go ahead and copy and paste into ChatGPT to get this full chapter. And all of these other chapters, you can see right here, write a chapter, write a chapter, write a chapter, 20 chapters. So all the way to number 20. So I went ahead and started with the book cover. I just copied and pasted it into ChatGPT. And this is what it came out with right here. If we look closer into it, War Over a Teabag, The Forgotten Battles, Hidden Sabotage, and Strange Consequences Behind Everyday Inventions. Look at that teabag. Look how good this cover is. I mean, in the background, you can even see some other things like a light bulb, a zipper, an umbrella, a bicycle. Now, there's only one thing that we would have to fix right here is the author, but that's something you can also put inside of the prompt and just say that the author name is so-and-so, or we can go ahead and just do this on Canva and make the modifications on there. Not a big deal. So I went ahead and did the first chapter. So I copied and pasted that prompt, write a full chapter that opens with a cinematic scene of early 20th century tea merchants debating packaging innovations. And then it details some more things about the chapter. And then this is what it came up with. Chapter 1, The Accidental Teabag War. As you can see, everything's ready to just copy and paste. An accidental invention, rivalries and resistance, the abomination argument, global transformation, the legacy of convenience, closing reflection. And all we really have to do is just copy this and paste it into Canva to complete our first chapter. And that's basically what we're going to do. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, we all have the prompts up here. And that's basically it. ChatGPT will make our entire book for us, even the front cover. Now, if you're interested in trying these prompts out to create these high content books, here are some examples of the book covers these prompts create. And once again, it's going to give you 306 prompts to create true history books. It's going to give you everything that you need, the title, subtitle, the description, back-end keywords, as well as the cover. And then as you can see, the 51 categories that you can unlock. There's going to be a lot to choose from here, from unsolved historical mysteries to absurd wars to assassination attempts to the secret lives of influential women. So this is going to cover a lot of niches within the history book niche. So if you want to get this for yourself, it's going to be $17. I'll leave the link down below. So to put this book together, I'm going to use Canva, and we're going to do a 5.5 by 8.5 inch book. And then we're going to add a text box here for our heading. Now we're going to have a table of contents. I'm going to make this 18. Choose a font that kind of fits the book. We're going to go with this one right here. Add another text box. This is going to be the accidental T. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this, put the other one on this end. Go ahead and close that up. And depending on whatever page it starts, I'm just going to put page 2 and then just put it right like that. So as we add our chapters here, do chapter 1. So chapter 2 and so on and so forth. Chapter 2, chapter 3. And then with the page numbers here, very easy. Whatever page it becomes, just go ahead and change that. Now for the next page, let's say we start with the first chapter. Same thing, let's go ahead and add a heading here for the chapter title. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy that, paste that there. I'm gonna change this, another text box. Now this is the part where we're gonna go ahead and just copy this whole chapter. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy the first part right here. Go back into Canva. Let's go ahead and make this a normal font and just paste it in there. We can go ahead, spread out like that. Change the alignment to left-hand side, or you can stretch it out like this, where a lot of books do this. And what we want to do is we want to add another page here. Now this is running a little bit long. I'm going to copy this, put it in here, start in the top there, delete the last one there. Now keep in mind, you're also going to want to put your page numbers on here. So you could just go and add a body of text and make sure the page numbers are correct. Just put this 2 right there, and let's make this like that. Page 2, copy that. This is page 3. Notice it lines up with the page numbers right here. Page 3, that's all you want to do there. Now with this one, copy and paste that, put it on the bottom here. We're going to start the next section, which is going to be this accidental invention right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this first chapter together and show you what it looks like. And then there you go. This is what the chapter should look like. So accidental teabag war, just copied and pasted this. Here's the next part of that. Rivalries and resistance. Page 3, here's page 4, the abomination argument. And then page 5, global transformation. And then page 6, the legacy of convenience, as well as closing reflection. And then once you're done with that, go ahead, go back to ChatGPT, get chapter 2, and do the same thing over and over until you have your 20 chapters. And then just don't forget to update these table of contents along the way. And then all you have to do is format your book cover, download this interior, and you're ready to upload on Amazon KDP. So there you have it, a high content niche on KDP that most people aren't even paying attention to, but one that could set you apart if you're ready to dive in. Now, I know this type of book might feel like a bigger step compared to low content publishing, but that's also why it has so much untapped potential. But if you're not ready to tackle high content books just yet, that's completely okay. Start smaller, download my free KDP royalty roadmap. It's gonna guide you through creating and selling your very first low content book on Amazon. That way you can start building experience, stacking royalties, and gaining confidence before moving into niches like this. You'll find that link down below. And if this video helped you see what's possible, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.